I study theory of relativity intensively for the last 30 years. And when I started with relativity, it was of extreme difficulty for me to understand what is going on in relativity. Because I've seen that somehow I had a big problem with relativity as a theory and with physical reality. So in years of study of relativity, I've seen that between the model of relativity and between the physical reality, there is a huge gap. Relativity definitely is a good description of what is happening in physical reality, but it can be done better, much better. This is possible if we bring ether back into physics. Without bringing back into physics, we cannot progress relativity. Okay? So I will give now a few hints how this actually was already done. In our research group, mainly with my research colleague from Italy, physicist David Fiscaletti. We are working since 2000 together. So let's start. The first thing that has to be understood is that the fundamental arena of the universe is space, is not space-time. Okay? First thing, fundamental arena of the universe is space. In this space, there is no trace of time. This space is timeless, is time-invariant. Past, future, this is only in the human brain. We experience this universal space as now. And the substratum, the energy of the universal space is superfluid quantum space. In the old name is ether. And in ether, there is absolutely no time. In the ether, there is only change. Yeah? Now, ether is interacting with the physical objects. When the physical object is still, it's not moving in the ether, because ether is the absolute reference frame. When the physical object is not moving, the object will diminish energy density of ether exactly for the amount of its mass and correspondent energy. This is written on my YouTube channel, this formula, because every material object, every elementary particle, every stellar object is a structure, energy structure made out of ether. And light is a wave of ether. Okay? So every physical system has a tendency for homogeneous distribution of energy. That's why ether will diminish energy density where the object exists. Okay? And this diminished energy density is the origin of inertial mass and is the origin of gravitational mass. And there is absolutely no need to introduce Higgs field in physics, because in the original idea of the Higgs field was that there must be some field that gives particles inertial mass. And in physics, we still don't distinguish between rest mass and inertial mass. Inertial mass is not rest mass. Inertial mass is the result of the dynamics between rest mass and ether. Okay, because rest mass is diminishing energy density of ether, which actually is inertial mass. Or let's say inertial mass has origin in the diminished energy density of ether is a property of object which is deeply related with the ether. We cannot distinguish, actually we cannot distinguish physical objects from ether, because actually this is one phenomena. This is one reality which somehow is always together. And with throwing ether out of physics, somehow we have, physics is it's an eagle with one wing already, or only one wing. it cannot fly good. It can only do circles. So every physical object is an energy of the ether that is structured. Yeah. And when the physical object is moving, the local ether around the physical object is also moving. And when the physical object is rotating, the local ether around him is also rotating. That's why we have precession of Mercury, because ether around sun is pushed by the rotation of the sun, and it's also rotating. That's why we have stars that are on the outer part of the galaxies, which have a higher rotation as they should have according to the Newton gravity, because the huge supermassive black holes in the center of galaxies, they are also rotating the space, the ether around. And that's why these stars have a higher orbital velocity as they should have according to Newton. And variable energy density of space is the physical origin of the relative rate of clocks. Clocks are running faster when space is more dense. In the intergalactic space, clocks are running faster. In the center of the black hole, clocks are running slower. The difference, this is the biggest difference in the rate of clocks. And in the ether relativity, there is absolutely no contradictions. Everything runs perfect. And this is it. This is the result of my 40 years of work. Nobody want to see it for now, but maybe next generation will see it, or maybe even not. I really don't care.